especially if I talk to you on the back end. I expect to be respected, not some be you know. I expect to be respected, um, especially if you know where I stand. Especially if you already know where I stand. That what you mentioned in the comments, I talked to her about that on the back end. We talked about this, Carrie. I don't want to get into what me and Noonie talked about because that's between me and Noonie. But
Right.
we talked about all of this. We talked that's why it's so upsetting. That's why it's so upsetting.
I understand your position. I completely understand. But hearing with my own ears is things that was said, which irritated me today. But for me, when it comes to Bando, I'm gonna stand up for Bando.
No, I get that. This is not about standing up for Bando. This is not a
Right,
Bando fight. Yeah, this is not a Bando fight. What they got going on is between them. It ain't got shit to do with Bando.
right,
And I understand Candy might have said some unfavorable things. Candy's always had some unfavorable things to say. That's why Candy's not a fixture. Candy actually used to be blocked, and Candy asked me to unblock her. So I'm not a Candy fan, and I'm not confused about Candy's position or any of them. I'm not confused by any of them. They can't play in my face. The
right,
niceties and all. They not playing in my face. I understand what all of them. I'm trying to come away from that, right? I'm
right,
trying to come. And so if I sit here and I allow her to be misgendered, regardless of what they say about me, that's on me. That's
right.
that's that's on me. Um, am I upset with Nudie? You goddamn right I am. You goddamn right I am. But it doesn't change anything as far as I'm concerned. But I just think that it was I just think that it was in own space to do it. If you got your own space to do all of that, then do it there. Do it there. When we come over here, we try to laugh and he kiki blah 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 whatever. Um, I don't. I just don't want nothing to do with it.
Right. Okay, and I get where you're coming from completely, because you did say don't do it in your space, which should be respected. And so I totally understand that. I don't fault you for that at all. You're absolutely right. If you speak to her on the back end and say don't do it in my space and don't do it in your space, I guess it kind of spills over with back end and say don't do it in my space and don't do it in your space. I guess it kind of spills over with how she's feeling, being that she knows she never said the things that was alleged that she said. And she just, had one of those moments. Do I
Hold
agree
on.
with what she said?
I
Hey, it's
invited
not
you
for
up,
me to agree
Noonie. I
with.
invited you up. We were talking about something else. You came back up and brought up Candy. I didn't invite you up. We were talking about the what you call it thing. We weren't talking about Candy. Are you saying are you asking me if I invited you up, or are you saying I invited you up then?
Then,
No, I didn't, Noonie. You did. You sent me the original. You sent me the original invite to come up when we were talking about the Kirk dude, and then you came. You sent me a request. You sent me a request to come back up, and you mentioned Candy, and then when you went back down, that's when I brought you back up. I didn't break them first two times. You came up on your own.
all right. You know what? That's not what happened, but
That
that's
is
fine.
no. How did it happen? No.
Well, first of all, can you stop
Well,
throwing?
so what happened, Noonie, was y'all was talking about the Kirk thing. Then you went down. When you came back up, you said, if I fall asleep, if somebody come in looking for Looney, somebody blow my phone up, blah 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 blah. And then you went down, and then Kev called you back
Then I
up.
brought you back up.
Right. The point is, Kev, is that How did I disrespect your platform more than anyone else did?
Nobody else has come up here and misgendered anybody, Noonie, and no one comes up here and disrespects my platform because I don't have boxes open. I don't have boxes open. I'm addressing what your comment said is the one that I asked you to come up. No, I didn't. You did. Them first 2 times you asked to come up, and when I did ask you to come up, it was because of you came up here and you brought up Candy, and you reminded me that happened yesterday, and I said, just like I told her, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Keep that shit over there. That's how that went about. And then what you went on to say is I don't argue with men. I'm like, I didn't even catch on to what you were saying. I didn't even catch on to what you were saying, right?
Well,
That's why. Wait a minute. That's why I said what I said. What I said. What are you talking about? I said I'm a man. And then that's when you clarified and said that you were talking about Candy. That you don't recall that conversation? Recall that conversation going like
of
this?
course I do.
That you don't. We'll chop it up. We'll chop it up. We'll chop it up. Or whatever. I'm wrong no matter what, right? So fuck it.
Right, and so am I. And so to wake
In this
up,
situation, you are Noonie. In this situation, you are.
I just, you know what kills me about this is that you have so much pressure for me, but you don't for the people that came up in here disrespecting your platform.
Oh my God. Were you here last night? Did you
Not
hear?
when,
Did you
not
hear
when
this?
that happened, but
Okay, so did you see it on the blogs?
I did.
You saw it on the blogs. So when Candy when Candy came up here, I didn't say nothing to Candy. I didn't tell Candy don't bring that shit over here. I
Why are
didn't.
we,
Wait,
why are we
wait.
even
No.
litigating this
Because
here?
what you wait, no, just hang tight. If you said you saw it on the blogs, right? I just asked you if you saw it on the blogs, and you said yes. So you saw it on the blogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you saw this on the blogs, you didn't. I didn't check Candy. I didn't say something to Candy. I didn't tell Candy to say.
We never
No,
even,
I'm just asking a question. Did I not say the same thing to Candy that I'm saying to you?
um, does, you know what, Kev? We're
I'm
good.
just I'm just asking a question. I'm not being ugly. See, you know what?
So, Kev, I think she said she saw
It's wrong.
well, I don't think she's saying that because right now where she's hit at, where she's hurt at. And I honestly think you and her are better than to talk about that on the front end. That's a conversation again. Did you hear me?
Now I heard you. I just had to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
Emotions are emotions are high right now. So yeah, you and her just
I
that
mean,
conversation. She's
it's
going
like
back in.
I mean, I didn't go off. I didn't cuss. I didn't.
Right,
It's
right.
like what? It's like what?
Getting cursed, but I think it was just she's getting too comfortable comment that she's feeling some type of way about. So the front end ain't gonna handle it like it should be.
Brown
You know what I
sugar
mean?
just hit it on the nose. This is why I don't. This is why I don't do boxes. This is why I don't do boxes no more. This is why I don't do boxes no more.
Right. And it's sometimes we have that attachment, and then we can say things that might hurt the other one's feeling. Do I see exactly where you're coming from? You said no for it not to be on your platform. She has to respect that. Period. But you also have to hear her when she's saying this hurt my feelings in a way. When she has people coming at her, calling her, all kind of different nationalities and things of that nature.
But
Um,
she has not
yeah,
mine. Not mine.
No. I'm talking about the comment you made though, not with that she addresses whatever she does on her platform is, she keeps it away from Bando. But I think her hit is not what you're telling her. Don't address that on my end because you scolding her is what she's used to. So she knows to. Okay, Kev
I
said
don't
don't
even
address
think I
that
was
here.
scolded. It don't. I didn't know. I was actually being real. I was tiptoeing around it. I wasn't. I was being careful with the words that I used. I don't even think I scolded her.
Well,
I scolded Candy.
Candy up. You did. You 100% stood up for Noonie. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You said it like you're supposed to say it. You handled it like you were supposed to. Same thing with her. You handled it like you were supposed to. I think it's just that one particular statement you made that she's getting too comfortable. And what it was referring to. I think that's the only thing that you and Noonie are bumping heads on right now because she absolutely understands that you said don't do this on your platform. She has to respect that. She can't go around that around the corner or anything else. He said don't do it on this platform. Respect that. Leave it be. I think it's just that one statement. So I think that's something you guys should handle on the back end and kind of be there. But she has to respect your wishes. You're going in a different direction. You don't want that on your platform. You don't want the heat. You said that to her. She has to respect it.
Anybody else, I would have went the fuck off. Most, depending, well, not anybody else, but normally I would have just gone the fuck off. Like I can't win for losing. I just gotta. I just won't say shit. Just can't say shit. I just can't say shit. The fuck.
If you don't say nothing, then that won't be you. So then we wouldn't get the genuine Kev we get. We love the genuine Kev we get. So we can't do that.
What's going on, DeMar? I appreciate you, Carrie.
All right, love you. Bye bye.
What's going on, DeMar?
Yeah, I kind of see what you saying, but I kind of see what she's saying too. It's like you trying to take your platform to a different place, but I see that she's trying to they trying to stay in the we like they trying to stay in the mess. She trying to stay in the mess, and you trying to stay out of it, and it's kind of like bringing stuff over here. But I like both of y'all, to be honest with you. But it's like I can kind of see both sides.
Yeah. You got an echo ball here. Try to go out and come back in because it's not echoing. Yeah, I just if I sit here and I allow that woman to be misgendered, I don't allow Hillary to be misgendered. So what would I look like not allowing Hillary to be misgendered, but then allow Candy to be misgendered? I think that's a fair question. I think that's a fair question. Anytime Hillary Sanchez has come over to the bando, come in the box, tell her a few jokes or whatever, we respect her. Then to Candy, even though Candy has said some ugly shit too, there was a time that Hillary said some ugly shit too. And I'm just keeping it a stack. You can't plant onions and think you gonna get oranges. You can't plant, and that goes for anything. That goes for anything. You can't plant onions and think you're gonna get oranges. And yeah, I talk my shit about whoever, whenever, but that's in response to me on my shit. I don't go to other people's platforms and talk my shit on their shit. I talk my shit in my shit. I'm not saying you can do what the fuck you want to do in your shit. In my shit, I'm not doing that. In my shit, I'm not doing that. If that's not acceptable to whoever, I get it. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best. No hard feelings. I ain't got no gripe against you. I ain't gonna be talking shit about. I don't care who it is. They go for Sunset. They go for iHeart, Damar. They go for anybody in this mother. Carrie, T. Rich. They go for everybody in this motherfucker. They go for everybody in here, including my goddamn self.
Yeah, I did hear that earlier because I was in her live and I was like, I kind of was cringing, like, damn, because I get that the misgendering thing. I like at this point you can't really do that right now with them. Like they gonna come for you.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We can roast and go back and forth, all that shit. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And if people can't understand that, they can't respect that, then so be it. So be it.
All right, Kev, thanks for letting me up. I'm gonna go back in the comment.
My man.
Hey, Kev.
What's up,
What's up,
Sunset?
Lamar?
What's happening?
Hey. I missed everything, so you don't need to recap for me. I just have a question. Did Noonie misgender Cookie on your platform? Is that what happened?
No, it was Candy.
I'm sorry. What did I say? I don't remember what.
You said Cookie.
Oh, my bad.
It was Candy.
Candy. It happened on your platform.
Yeah, just now.
Okay, so what's the issue outside of like you don't want people to
why they fight.
I'm not. No, not with them, not with them. But what I'm saying is, you asked for something to not be done on the platform. So what's the issue?
I don't know. She mad because I said something to her about it. I don't even know why she mad. I don't because I guess because Candy was talking shit about me, you, and her, and all
Talking
this.
about me?
Yeah, and I get that. You know.
I'll save my thoughts for my own fucking platform because I don't give a fuck about a misgender, but I gotta respect your space.
Yeah, so y'all look, if y'all gonna get messy in your own shit. That go for everybody. I got my own mess. And we ain't even built like that. We ain't even that type of platform. So you know, it's the getting comfortable comment. I do think that she's getting comfortable. She referred to them as hoes yesterday.
Who?
She referred to the women in the box because they was on her ass about something. I can't remember what it was. They were talking to her about her ethnicity, and she oh god. So it's just